Welcome to the Monday Morning Wake Up Call with your host, Kerry Ramage, managing broker at Remax Elite, and Heather Holiday, your social marketing nut, talking about hottest real estate topics with a little weekly activity and motivation for the week. Good morning, happy Monday.
Of course, I'm not ready. Shocker. Nothing's ever going to change. Oh my God. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's almost time for the time change.
What?
Isn't it coming up soon?
Why do I have an echo?
In March. I don't know. I don't hear the echo. Maybe your volume's too loud now.
No. You don't hear that echo. I hear an echo.
No, but sometimes I hear it and you don't hear it.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, well, we're just going to have to go with it, I guess. I don't know if you're listening and you hear an echo, please let us know.
I don't hear you. I only hear me. So that's just really weird. It's gone. Thank God, because that would have been super frustrating. And today's such an odd show anyway. It's like our least favorite topic, but it is super relevant, right?
Oh no, Kelly can hear the echo too.
I don't hear it anymore. Is it?
Oh,
okay,
gone.
It's gone. Yeah. So it was just me, and I was like, okay, nothing's different. Why aren't you echoing? Why is it only me? But it's gone now. So.
And the reason why I was late is because I was looking for a list of suggestions in addition to the suggestions that we have that I had saved to my computer that I wanted to find. So I found it. So that's good.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, yeah. That's fantastic. So on our actual website, I do have like the articles where I took bits and pieces of what I thought was kind of more popular or what we kind of do, or I know what I do. I don't know. It's just such a horrible topic. So it's all about saving money with your taxes. I know for me, I try to have them done in February. It's one of those like prerequisites in order to go to the convention. It's like I reward myself.
There you go. Well, and it's funny because the end of this year, I've talked to a couple of people and we were all like, oh, we got to get rid of some money. So here's our first disclaimer, though, for the day, which is we're not accountants. We're not tax attorneys. So please,
not even close.
Please check with your accountant or tax attorney or whomever you have that helps you do your taxes.
And if you don't have one, I would strongly recommend.
Suggest getting a good one. Yeah. I don't even know how you know what a good one is. The good one is the one who saves you the
referrals. I would say someone, if you get a lot of, especially in your field, because I mean, I used the same one that we used when we had our lawn business, like in 2000, but they were really good. And I had another one, but at the time I had always done ours. So I found some questionable things that weren't being done. And then I found, I didn't know about that or something. So we immediately switched over based on who was recommended for, what we were doing. And, I've been with them for so long. I couldn't imagine going anywhere else. And they have power of attorney, just fix me. I have no idea what I'm doing. And they just kind of walk me through baby steps because it is my least favorite thing to do. But under their guidance, I feel like I still am clueless when it comes to the business part. But I feel having a good accountant that, has good communication and can help you with itemizing and stuff like that and knowing what you can and can't do. And
very, very, very true. So the first thing, which is things that you and I love to do all the time, is training and education events and courses. Those are you can write off in addition everything that is involved in that. So if you're traveling for that, and you're gas, hotel accommodations, food, all of that, make sure you're keeping great records as you attend education courses, or this probably comes up later, but or conventions throughout the year, and make sure that you are including all of those in the things that you're writing off.
I mean, for me, it's like the conventions, the events, and of course, we were able to do a lot more during these last couple years because they are like virtual options, which really help. I'm all about learning because I mean that's one of the things I love the most about real estate is it's constantly evolving. The market's constantly kind of shifting and changing, and being able to brainstorm with others on what they're doing and how can I, adjust that to kind of fit what I want to do and, implement that. I mean, if I were just to not do any of that, I feel like I would become the Blockbuster of real estate if I didn't have that available to me. So the virtual traveling, all of that, make sure that you're doing that and make sure you keep good records to be able to write it off. So I have a lot of
Exactly.
that.
And a lot of times we hear from people, "Oh, I can't afford that." And granted, the tax deduction isn't giving you all of that money back, but it's giving you something. So, and when you're doing these events, you're building your business, you're helping your business through connections with others and with whatever you're learning. We used to always do like the little one day Tom Ferry things, and we always would say, even if we walked away with one good nugget, it was worth it.
Yep,
you know
absolutely, absolutely.
and then all of your marketing expenses, everything that you do for marketing, uh
So
you
if
know
you're, I mean, a lot of people, I get asked this a lot as far as, you know, if I create logos. I absolutely hate designing logos because it's so time consuming, so much back and forth. It's just it's my least favorite thing to do. I'm like, you have all of these websites. You could do the Fiverr, you could do the I think it was like 99 logos or I don't know, something like that. There's a lot of different things. So if you are looking to have a refresh, have somebody help you with your website, anything like that, those are all under your marketing expenses. So
yeah,
don't feel like money's the reason why you're not time, anything like that. I mean, we're always saying you need to focus on income producing activities, delegate the others, or write it off. It's part of your
yeah,
business expenses.
yeah, especially, and we're always talking about making sure that every year you're going through your websites and everything else. So if it's time for a waist lift, oh my god, for a facelift on your website, hire a professional to do it for you. And then
I
you
mean, if
can,
you're
like you
looking for
said.
SEO enhancements, all of that kind of stuff, and there's people, that's what they do all day long. So delegate it, hire them out, write it off. It's part of business. Don't figure out how to design and do all of that stuff on a website if you have zero interest in doing that kind of stuff. You
Right.
know, I
If
mean, you
and
have to
if
delegate.
you're watching, make sure whatever platform you're watching on, you're clicking the blue link that says StreamYard. That allows us to see who you are, um, without me
Oh,
having to go to each Facebook page, which is why I'm late every
Botox is a write-off? I wish I knew who
time.
that was.
That's Steve. Uh,
For some reason,
oh,
he always comes up as Facebook user, which is
I
always
know.
odd.
I know, I
Hmm.
know. Good morning, Steve. So, all right. So yeah, all of your marketing, now all of your legal and professional services. So now we just suggested make sure that you have an accountant. That's tax deductible. If you need attorneys, that's tax deductible. What kind of uh
I mean, I
mm,
know I have like the payroll, I mean,
exactly.
all
I
of the
forgot about that.
bookkeeper, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which then, like, let's add in, if you have payroll and clerical support, that's, you're writing that off, your salaries. Are you paying is your spouse helping you, and are you paying your spouse? Is your child putting out your open house signs, and are you paying your child?
Both of
um
my children are on my payroll.
yeah, yeah, So make sure that you're including that and you're thinking about that. That's another way of moving money
I
and
had to put myself on payroll because that way everything's just taken care of. I don't like that whole end of the year thing surprise.
yeah, I did the same thing. I put myself on payroll a few years ago. That also helps if you're looking to buy real estate. Then you have a set income that helps, which is better than doing a bank statement loan, or because you get a better interest rate. So
Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way.
yep,
I think we all do, right? When it
yep,
comes to this
yep.
kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's easier for me to do it that way. Health insurance,
Health
your health
insurance is
bills.
huge because in many cases we're paying for our own health insurance. So health insurance, and then everything that's involved with that, all of your copays, all of your medications. Make sure you're tracking that so that at the end of the year you're including that.
Yeah, I've
Um,
never used any of that until this past year. Because I mean, I think I go to the doctor once a year. I think the last time I went to a walk-in was when I was, when that hawk attacked me in the parking lot.
yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing, but it is a thing. So be careful during nesting season. It is totally a thing. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't even know what to say when I went into the walk-in clinic. Like, well, a hawk kind
Right.
of bounced on my head, and I've got scratches that are, open now, and I don't know what to do. So
Also, if you have a home office or a regular office, home office, it's the portion of the house that's used for business, and it's has to be a separate room that's not used for something else. But insurance, you can write off the portion of the mortgage interest. That you have a portion of the utilities. Be careful with that. That's the one every time. A lot of times, like our association, I'm sure some of y'all's associations out there have tax classes and accountants come and they usually all give us a list of stuff. And with that one, they always say, be careful. Make sure you're really writing off what the appropriate amount of space is.
and someone had told me, so I'd never had done that, is that if you go to sell and you've been paying a portion of whatever, then that almost becomes income on the business, or I don't know. There was something involved with that. So that always made me a little like nervous.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't include a home office even though I have one. I just because it makes me nervous. But a regular office, do you have desk fees? Do you have refreshments that maybe your office doesn't provide for your clients that you're providing for your clients? All of your office furniture. I mean, I'm looking around here. I have 3 desks in my office. I have 1, 2, three file cabinets and a big, when you buy those items. This year my big purchase at the end of the year was a new laptop, and usually I buy like the $300 laptop, and this is the first time that I uh, spent more money on a laptop. So your laptops, your pens, your paper. um, I'm looking around my office to see what else I have in here.
all of these cool
Computer.
little.
Oh yes, that's huge. All your cute little cool things that you use for video. I mean, not like my computer doesn't have a camera, so I have an extra camera on here.
Yep. So I've got another more high definition camera. I've got my little. It's this whole little ensemble. My tripods. I just got one of those. Goes on top of your tripod, so it actually has like a facial recognition, so I can start doing reels and stuff, and it
Oh,
follows me and stuff.
oh, cool.
Um, my gimbals, all of these little things that and that was to me is like, okay, I got my Cricut machine, I got a sublimation because I make all my shirts when I go to these events and stuff like
Right.
that. No, I mean, I pretty much do it kicking and screaming, but when the accountant's like, you need to get some more stuff last year. So got it all. Haven't really done much. My husband's kind of played with it because he's bound and determined to figure out how to make these cool little cups that people make with those. But yes, I mean, all of those little things that I'm like, I use it for business purposes. So it's a write off.
Yep. Yep. Uh, and then, in addition, I lost it. Any of your software, any of your productivity stuff, your CRM. Uh, I do like mail out card. What other things do I pay for? Advertising. If you're doing enhanced advertising with Megaphone and HomeSnap, those are all part of your advertising slash marketing. And remember, advertising and marketing are kind of two things. The marketing is the pen with your name on it, and the advertising is the ad in the newspaper, or the ad on the website, or the ad on Facebook. So
Right. Absolutely. So like not Camtasia. So I use like Camtasia for my videos and stuff like that. I use Canva to create everything. I mean, there's so many different things that I don't think we realize until we actually, and I know that's part of what we do in the business planning is to actually go through what you spend your money on and what I haven't used, what I do use, but all of that is,
there's
it's, I'm able to write it off, all these programs that I'm having to use, the QuickBooks and all of this kind of stuff. Your
right.
licenses, all of the,
All of
everything
your
that we pay.
professional fees. Yeah, all of that. NAR, Florida Realtors, Chamber of Commerce, Space Coast Association of Realtors, your banking fees, if you have a bookkeeper on top of the accountant, if you have E&O insurance that you're paying, any franchise or affiliation fees. We have an annual fee with Remax, all your MLS fees. All of those things. I'm trying to think of what other things that I pay for. Any of your designations. All of your designations require renewal every year. So remember that your WCR, Women's Council of Realtors, or your CRS, Certified Residential Specialist, make sure that you're including that in what you're writing off. Gosh, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. You need to make sure that you're doing it. Your phone bills, we said office supplies.
I pay for my internet because I'm on my computer all day. So of course that, my phone bill because I'm having to do everything via my phone, a lot of different platforms and stuff. So I'm always on. So I use that. I mean, I write all that stuff off. I even pay for like my, I have my TV in my office. So, got to be able to watch stuff. So my internet, and then I have streaming services. No one
Right.
said anything, so I do all that because I just sit there and watch TV all day, or just for background noise, stuff like that.
Anything you're doing, selling expenses, if you're paying for things on behalf of your seller, if you're paying for the staging, if you're paying for any of the home repairs, if you're paying for any courier or delivery services, if you're paying client gifts. Now, $25 is what you can write off per client for a gift. However, if your gift is branded, it's now marketing.
Okay.
So that's
Even though it's a gift, but because your name is
now
on
it's a
it.
marketing expense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to know what others creative. Someone had mentioned an influencer tax write-off. So if you're buying stuff because you are a social influencer, so I need to look
Oh,
more
interesting.
into that because I was like, okay, that would be kind of cool. I have no idea what that means, but
Well, how about this? So if you're buying your Remax sneakers and you're posting them on your social channels, I suspect that's what that means. The cost of those sneakers that you're now promoting.
yeah, I just never heard of that. So I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard that.
And
Yeah,
credit card.
definitely a credit card with rewards. Exactly. I mean, exactly. Sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, I have a Delta rewards card. I gotta book a flight." Because I have so many rewards, or so many ones now are cash back. Use a cashback card.
I do that for my Amazon and my Allegiant, since that's pretty much who I always fly with. So I know, like, I mean, it's pretty nice because I mean, I have basically, I can go fly for free right now because there's so much in there.
Because you have so much. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
That's
I figured
awesome.
I'd wait for vacation because I knew, like, flying out to Vegas, that's that's business. So that's like
Right.
a write-off. So I'm going to save those for something more personal for Leo and I to go.
Oh, good idea.
use.
Good idea. All of your equipment, if you're still carrying a briefcase or a camera bag or a computer bag, any of your cameras, your actual cell phone itself, um,
That is
repairs on
crazy.
your.
I mean, there's so many different things. I just know anything I just itemize everything. QuickBooks is great with that. I messed up my QuickBooks, so I can't use QuickBooks unless I recreate it.
Oh,
I don't
gotcha.
even know where to start. And I'm like, I have everything in there and I've been using it for almost 9 years. So for some reason or another, because I built through there, it like duplicated because it was synced with my bank.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I found out the first year it was duplicating everything that was coming in, and I didn't know how to make that stop. So I've never been able to use, which is ridiculous. So now I pay my
Oh,
kids
yeah.
to type everything out in Excel so that I can itemize. It's like,
Gotcha.
it's so crazy because I spend so much money on QuickBooks, but I have I know enough just to get in trouble. And that's why I have like a
QuickBooks,
bookkeeper,
I
an
have to say,
accountant.
yeah, QuickBooks is really, really dynamic. Yeah, Steve says he's been there with the QuickBooks. So was I, and so I had to have Peggy spend like a week a couple of years ago figuring it all out and getting it all organized because.
I figure I have 9 years of just I don't even know what to do at this point. I don't even know where. I mean, 9 years of crap. It says I have a ton of money in my bank though,
Well,
because
so
there's no
good.
expense.
So here's another one. Your lock boxes. Your lock boxes. If you're still using maps or your GPS, say your car needs the GPS updated, and that's not cheap. Usually, it's like some CD, DVD you put in, but it's never. You don't ever put it in the CD, DVD player. It's in some separate
They
player
don't
up on
even have CD players in car and radios anymore, do they?
my current car does, but it's 2014.
Okay, yeah, mine didn't come with one, and mine
Probably
ridiculously
not
expensive
anymore,
radios.
but that's where usually.
Because now you have all the Apple Play, you have the
Yeah.
whatever,
But if you
everything.
don't say you have an older car, like I remember when I was trying to update the maps, the GPS on my Lexus, a friend of mine worked for Toyota, so he got me the disc, but you don't just put the disc in there. You have to take off the dashboard and put the disc in some player that's under the dashboard. So I still had to pay for it to be installed. I just didn't have to pay for the disc
It's
itself.
so much easier just to pay for an updated radio
Yep.
that has the Apple Play or that Connect, right? And now you have you have Google Maps, you have Waze, you have all of that. So
My only
there's my
reason
solution for that one.
I have to tell you, my only reason for wanting a new car is so that I can like have all the bells and whistles and have somebody teach me how to use them.
Well, you just I mean, you can go to Best Buy and go get a new radio.
Yeah, no, that's too crazy.
Get a whole new car for something that,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, with all the bells and whistles, and they'll teach me how to use it. Whereas now, I have the bells and whistles. I don't know how to use them all because I bought it as a used car.
I wouldn't buy a car right now, though. That's for sure.
Well, there's that as well. So
craziness. Let's see what else is there. There's all sorts of different things. I'd love to, as you watch this, people put in different ideas and stuff like that. That would be awesome.
Are you paying an answering service? Are you paying some kind of call service? Do you have a toll-free number set up? I don't know why anybody would need a toll-free number anymore because now you can call anywhere from your phone, right? And
it's so weird, right? Because we always had to have that.
Yep.
And there was like billing for a long distance, and it's so crazy how technology has changed all of that.
I know it is. It's not so, but there's the thing. All of your technology things. I mean, I'm looking around at my desk and all the little things that I have on my desk.
The StreamYard platform that we're using right now, the Zoom that I use all the time.
Yep.
So
yeah,
all of that. I mean, it's all everything's through the business.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you're doing a client appreciation event. All of that is a write-off. The food, the venue, the marketing for it. the
And if
cleaning.
you don't have the upfront, make sure that you're getting your approved suppliers to kind of chip in and help, because they also know it's part of doing business and all of that. So, I mean, that's a way to help that offset that upfront cost, but just make sure you save all that.
Right. Right, for sure. I think the big thing like this, I had somebody write me a bio last year, that right that those things that you don't think of, when you have to
Outsource.
it sounds interesting, but when you need to get rid of some money, which I needed to do at the end of 2021. So I bought a computer and I don't remember what else I bought, but it was
Yep.
and I didn't spend my normal $300. I think I spent $1,000.
Well, that's my problem. I always buying all these laptops for 300. Hardly the only time I ever use them is when I do go to events.
Right.
And then I complain because it's so darn
They stink.
slow. It doesn't have everything. And I'm like, okay, enough of this. So I bought like
Right.
this pimped out, ridiculously expensive laptop, but it does. I mean, I can go build a website when I'm out camping. So it was worth spending
That's
the extra
cool.
money. It's
What
not
did
going to
you
be
buy?
something I have to do every single year, buying a new $300 laptop. So even my son was jealous because I think it was a gaming computer, but I just wanted to make sure it had enough memory and space and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Yeah.
So he was all like, ooh, can I use it? No. I think my daughter did put Minecraft on it though.
Oh, that's funny. I guess people are still doing Minecraft. That's funny. Yeah. Let's
So
see.
crazy. So what is any other tips, or should we go into the weekly activity?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I can think of? Cleaning services. If you're having your listings cleaned for your seller, if you're, yeah, I say go to a lot of classes, travel a lot. Yeah, So no, I
Just
think
don't
that's
let that part be the reason why you don't go.
right. There you go. That's it. Don't have that.
Yeah, I don't get the wordy thing.
That's
or
weird.
whatever.
I am playing, Steve. I don't know why it's sending out notices, but yes, I'm playing Wordle, and then there's Wordle 2, which is 6 letters instead of 5, and then there's another one, and it's called Quirtle, and it's 4 boards at once. And so when you it's the same word will repeat in the 4 boards, and then you got to kind of have to figure out what each word is. So that's even crazier. So yes, I've been playing that as well, Steve.
I just don't have time for that.
That's my decompressing thing, is playing.
My decompressing is creating content. That is relaxing for me. So I guess it's a good thing. That is what I do, is because that it's like, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, something like that.
Right.
I could have made that today's quote, but I didn't, because it's President's Day. So what's our weekly activity, and what do we need to do?
So call 5 of your friends this week and plan a get together just for catching up. And remember to always cultivate those relationships, and not in a cheesy, I want to talk to you so we can talk about real estate way, just in a cultivate your friendships and in
a genuine way, because especially now, like, we're so crazy busy and overwhelmed and stressed. It is so nice just to be able to just have a nice lunch, catch up, because I feel we're so crazy busy that we're not really taking that time for ourselves. And that can be a win-win for multiple different ways, but just make sure to take a time out for yourself. And that's where I think just
that, and it made me think of another expense: professional headshots. I'm looking you all right in the face. Professional headshots. Don't and what made me think of it
and your properties, right?
Yes, well, yes, professional photos of your properties.
How about that? Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
like my
Well,
biggest
I was at
enemy.
lunch with what made me think of it is I was at lunch with 3 other friends that are also realtors, but we usually don't really talk about real estate. We talk about other things. And a fellow gentleman realtor came up and his hair is completely gray. And that is not what his photos look like. Time for a new headshot.
Oh, there's so many that don't. It's kind of baffling.
I know. Well, and it's
For me.
funny, like I'm looking at my own hair right now, and you can't see how much gray it is actually, as opposed to my current headshot, which it, and I haven't dyed it or anything. This is natural, but I think depending on how I wear my hair, it looks
Really? Because
gray. Yeah,
it does, and that's
it
why
doesn't look.
I do not
I know
like
you
it.
don't like that picture, so I have to work on getting the photographer out here to take new pictures.
Yeah, I don't like it because that I don't see you with the gray hair like that. Like you
Yeah,
don't look like you have gray hair. So when I see the picture, I'm like,
yeah.
what the hell did you
I
do to
don't
your
have that
hair?
much gray, so I don't know
But the
that picture
picture
does.
looks like I think it might have been the way the sun was hitting it, or
Yep.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, let's see. And the words of wisdom, because it is President's Day, so I had to find something I like, and it's if your actions inspire others to dream more, do more, learn more, and become more, you are a leader.
Oh,
And that's John Quincy Adams. I really liked that one.
yeah, that is a good one. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. I like that.
Yes. No, I
For
definitely
sure.
like that.
For sure.
Oh, we attempted to do something like that, but we're horrible when it comes to anything like that, and we're, like, not even looking we attempted some fun shots together because we don't the only one we have is when we were at that event at SCAR, and they have
Oh,
the little photo cam that was
oh,
a,
right.
made it like a Giphy
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
even really a boomerang, but so that's where our picture
And
comes
we have
from.
that good one in front of the Remax sign at the last R4 where we're like that. I think we're like that. There's
Yeah,
one of
I
you.
think it's because it's so far away, I don't have that, like, as our
Well,
profile
that's you,
picture.
yours. I'm pointing at your screen. The one over your right shoulder is just you. And
Yes,
then
but
we
we
have
have
one
one with both of
with
us,
both of us.
but then we'd be so far, so I
Right.
wasn't
It's
able.
too far away, so it doesn't look good.
So eventually, we'll be in the same room, and we'll have to try that again,
Yes.
and
Sounds
we'll
like
have
a
gray
plan. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, make sure we have links to full articles from where we kind of grab some of these ideas from on our Monday morning wakeupcall.com. You can subscribe to our podcast, all that fun stuff. And until next week, wake up, kick ass, and repeat. Bye, everyone.